All right, we are live on YouTube. I'm just waiting for the video to connect on my other monitor over here so that I can grab that link and put it inside of our free business mastermind group so that our members can join us easily and conveniently here live on the YouTube. Okay, let me grab the link. All right, I'm going to put that in our group. Cool beans. All right, I'm waiting on that to cycle through in post. Cool, I see it, I see it. All right, let me make sure that I can see our live chat so that those of you that are watching can type in there and I can see it, because today is the day you might actually want to type in there. Even if you've been watching us and not saying anything, today might be the day that you want to take advantage of what's going on. Because what we are doing today and tomorrow is we're doing live coaching. Now, usually the morning show is all about a blog. I have already predetermined what we're going to talk about, the exact things we're going to talk about, the exact strategies I want you to use. But today and tomorrow, we're doing live coaching as though it's a pick my brain one-on-one, like I do with my private clients paying thousands of dollars. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to lean in. All right. So I'm going to share my screen so that you guys no. Well, first of all, I'm going to give y'all the link because y'all on YouTube don't have the link. So that's the link, y'all. All right. So I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can be reminded of your prompts of what we're talking about. Okay. Cool beans. Now I see it. Now I just need to see the chat. All right. I can see everything. Okay, so I call this the one thing live coaching opportunity because we're going to take one thing and we're going to talk about it and get you unstuck. Okay, so I want you to come on here and tell the people who you are as a service provider and what your business is. I want you to also tell people who are the types of clients that you serve. What's the one problem that you solve for them? What is your one main offer that solves that one problem? And finally, you're going to ask your question, which is going to be around what is the one thing in the way of that offer generating six figures? All right. So let me just make sure that this screen is showing the right thing. It is. So we're starting with our in studio members, but guys on YouTube, if you want to put a problem in the chat, what I will do if we run out of time live, I will come back into the chat and answer your questions. All right. So no worries. Okay. But we're going to start with Dr. Tachi. So Dr. Tachi, let me click you back over here. The one thing, tell us about your one thing following our little criteria there.
Wait, oh, I was like, I need the criterion. Okay, let's see. So who am I? So I'm supposed to answer these questions?
Yes, so that people understand who you are, who you serve, all the good stuff, and then ask your questions so that my answer will be in context for them.
Okay. So I am the founder of Indie Soup Media, which is an independent network for independent content creators. And we have like three different people that we serve basically. So we have content creators who are indie content creators who have their content on our platform. We also have the audience, the people who watch that independent content. And then there are the potential advertisers, right? Advertisers slash sponsors. So there are three different groups of individuals. So what's the one problem I solve for them? For the content creators, it is providing a venue for their work to be seen by not just their audience, but the audiences of all the different content creators and all the different people who follow Indie Soup Media or subscribe to Indie Soup Media. For the audience, it's the the solving the drudgery of the same types of content on traditional network or cable television or even traditional streamers. It's giving them something different to watch and take in, and an opportunity to learn at the same time and to engage while the show is going on, because the creators are often in the audience as their show is going on. And then for the advertisers, the opportunity to have their product, service, etc., in front of a unique audience, an audience that they probably would not get with traditional media. For the one main offer that solves that one problem.
So you don't have to talk about each one of them. Just talk about the offer that is connected to the question about getting it to the first six figures, or it's generating six figures.
Okay, because I had a whole other thing that I was going to talk about, so that's okay. So,
I mean, just tell us what it is. What you don't have to. I'm not picking for you. I'm just telling you. You don't have to go through all of the audiences and stuff if it's not related to the actual question you're going to ask. You see what I'm
okay,
saying?
yes. So, well, the actual question I was going to ask, it was about developing an email list, but is that
But I
okay?
said, for what though?
Say again.
But for what?
So, well, that's what I wanted to broach.
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
I've Go ahead.
tell me your whole question.
I want assistance in developing an email list. Now, being that I really haven't done anything yet to gather people's email lists or people's emails, yet the discourse is always you need to have an email list, which I agree with. However,
Mm-hmm.
if you've not done anything yet in order to start garnering emails,
Mm-hmm.
how do you do that?
No problem. I can get more specific if you tell me who you want on the list or what offer it's for, or if it's for Indie Suit, which audience it's for. So first, I'm going to answer you generally, and then if you want specific suggestions, go deeper into telling me the detail of who this list is for. Okay.
Okay.
So first of all, to generate an email list, you want to get an email address of the very people you later want to sell to. Okay. So the different ways that you can do that is you can do lead magnets. You can have an event where they have to give you their email to sign up to get the information. You could have some type of giveaway or a contest or something. But basically, you got to give that segmented audience something of value that can be delivered via email to get their email address, and therefore you now have them on a segmented list. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. So now what you could do is you could go into Chat GPT and you can let them know, hey, this is all about the business that I want to create a list for. This is what I will sell to them at some time or another. Give me ideas of, ways I can grow my list. And it's going to pop out some stuff.
Okay.
But how about you tell me what is the offer? Who are the people?
So there are a couple of different offers. When I was thinking about the email list, I was thinking about doing something for the for viewers, for example, that would later eventually drive them to a product if they so desired, right? So the fact that we've been talking about offering uh, trainings slash courses, uh,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was thinking about, so
Mm-hmm.
that to lean into the whole learning end of that of Indie Soup, using my services, of course, and then
Yes.
um
So
having
would that be more of a like how to go from a viewer to an influencer type of thing, or from a viewer to a video a show host type of thing?
yes, actually.
So that is who our ideal client is going to be, from viewer to creator. How about that?
Oh, I like.
Okay. So now what we know is our verbiage needs to be around not just people who want to watch great stuff, right? It needs to be around people who like to watch great stuff and they want to now produce great stuff. So your messaging is going to kind of be like the same messaging people who help people write books have. Go from a reader, right, to an author type of thing.
Okay.
So that's something that you can kind of go and look at to see how can you convert, because we tell people all the time who makes great authors. So you can say what viewers would make great creators. So that could be somebody who owns a business. That could be somebody who's an expert in an area. That could be, somebody who has a message or a purpose that they want to get out. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing as the people who need to write a book. So there is kind of a blueprint out there that you can start pulling from and looking at to see how are these people talking to people and getting them to write a book. Because I want to use some of that same verbiage to get people to become creators. So that's one thing. Another thing is the lead magnet should talk to the interested, right? Not somebody that is already doing it, not somebody that that has already started taking steps, right? So we want somebody that's interested so we can get them into your pipeline of products that's going to help them get started. So we don't necessarily want to start talking to people that have started. That's kind of a whole nother subset, and we would talk to them differently. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
So now it could be something as easy as a video, right, that is talking about the top 10 ways to get started, going from viewer to creator, or something like that. Got personality, get your own show, top 5 ways to get started. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, how to get started, who would take this quiz to see who would make a great creator. That would be one, because quizzes are nothing but lead magnets.
Okay.
And they're still all the rage right now, by the way.
Quizzes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the video would be a video to lead them to the quiz, like, hey, take this quiz.
Well, you could have a VSL or video sales letter on your quiz page, but when I said a video, I was more like speaking out those top 10 things, and then giving them a little download, because the list would be short, right? It's 10 things, and you probably, one line each. So instead of just popping that out and it feeling not as valuable, you do a whole video on all 10 things, because your commentary on each of the 10 is what's going to be more valuable than just a list of 10. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Because if you gave a list of 10, it might look like what you see on the screen, right? 10 dots. And then people be like, oh, okay. But if you gave that list of 10 things, but you did a video, you talked about it, and you gave a little commentary on each one, that can end up being like a 30-minute type of thing. They're also getting to know you as an expert, getting to know your personality. So you've already gotten started the like and know process. And so now that you've given them value, they're starting to trust you.
Okay.
Cool beans. Was that sufficient? Did you have another question about that same thing? Like a follow-up question?
No, that was actually quite vivid.
Cool. So you can get in there to ChatGPT and start playing around. And remember, it's a conversation. So if the output at first is not what you want, keep talking to it. Keep giving it more and more details so it can give you better and better output. Tell them what it got right, and kind of the parts that wasn't the direction you wanted to go in. Make sure you're having the conversation with ChatGPT. That's why the first part is called chat. So don't forget that part.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Cool beans. All righty. Well, next in line is going to be Dr. Latoya Davis in the house. Okay, so Dr. Latoya, follow our little bullet points here and let the people know who you are as a service provider, what your business is, what is your one type of client that you solve for the one problem that you solve, and what is the main offer that solves that problem. And then Give me your question on what is the one thing in the way of your offer generating six figures.
All right. So I am Dr. Latoya Davis, a spiritual teacher, Akashic record master, ancestral lineage facilitator, and I have a business called Chi Healing Institute. Um, I serve primarily high achieving or spiritually curious Black women is my um, primary audience, coaches, healers, people kind of in that realm. And I work with people who feel successful, like they've done all of the things, but still feel like something is missing. And typically that's what I call this soul misalignment. So either they can't hear, or they feel like they can't hear their spirit clearly, or they know that something is there, they're just not tapping into it. And I help to bring kind of the success that they have on paper in alignment with their spiritual kind of contentment. Um, my main my main offer that solves one problem is I have a program called Aligned, Liberated, and Abundant Inner Circle. It's a 12-month high touch mastermind where I combine all of the things that I do. So the teaching, coaching, um, energy work, frameworks, and yep, that's what we do. And the goal is for them to be able to, like I say, could bring all of the things together to find and activate the best and highest version of their life. The barrier right now, my biggest challenge, I believe, is visibility to get to the right audience. I have done a few different things to kind of grow or get in front of new audiences, and I'm currently not feeling like any of them. It could be time, right? My list isn't growing. Speaking of lists, my email list isn't growing as fast as I would like for it to grow. So I guess my question is, as I try to scale this 12-month program, ways that I can increase visibility to the right audience so that I can offer the program more to the right audience.
To the right.
The right audience is the part that I'm having the challenge with right now.
Got it. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What are the words that you're using in your messaging when you're inviting them into your ecosphere?
That's a fabulous question. I don't know. Let me see. I think I'm using I'm using languaging that's the consistent messaging is you've done all of the things, you've checked the boxes, you have success on paper, but you still feel like there is something more. That's kind of one angle that the messaging goes through. Another angle that the messaging goes through is being at a place of transition where you have been successful in one area and now you are trying to move into a different place and you want um, soul aligned success. So those are kind of the two messaging frameworks. Did that answer the question?
Yes.
Okay.
It did. Okay. So that's what you're calling it, right? All of those
Mm-hmm.
things that you're using in messaging is what you call it. But
Mm-hmm.
you've talked to your ideal clients before. What are
Mm-hmm.
they called?
No, I mean, the words that I'm using are words that they are saying, right? What's happening, and this is the crazy part, because I don't know, I'm literally like, how are these people finding me right now?
Mm-hmm.
So the last few, I wasn't doing, what do you call those things? Discovery calls before. Like that wasn't a part of my business model. I did a free course, like a free course lead magnet, which you could call me for a discovery call. I can't remember what I call it. I don't think I call it discovery call, but anyway, you come, we talk, all of the things. Everyone that is showing up, that has shown up, are people who are looking more for like spiritual development. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, literally, there's nothing in my marketing message that says that. The whole course, even the free course that got them there, is about shifting mindset work. Like nothing in it is about why they are showing up. And so what I'm thinking is that people are just still finding me from like previous things. And they're like, oh, this is a way, for me to talk to her. And sorry. I haven't yet made, I don't know. I'm doing a training, a free training next week.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be my first kind of large scale, pitch on it. And I intend to do this once a month. So hoping that, starts to shift the dynamic. But yeah, I don't know. But
Okay.
to the original question, though,
Mm-hmm.
like that, the words that I'm saying are
Mm-hmm.
things that people have said. And
Gotcha.
when I just had my retreat so I was 10 women, 2 different groups, like I did a lot of, them talking to me talking to them using words. And I'm like, we're saying the same thing.
Yes. Okay, great. So what we can do to further emphasize, right? Because sometimes we can talk about who it's for, and some people are still self-identifying it's not for that. So now I need you to go a step further and do another thing. Now you need to add to your messaging what it's not and who it's not for. You see what I'm saying? And now we're
Yes.
going to further drill down that avatar, right?
Yes.
So that you
Yes.
let them know, hey, this thing, if you feeling all of this, that's great. But hey, this is who it's for. This is who it's not for. This is what it is. This is what it's not. You see what I'm saying? So now that
Yes.
we got the messaging about what it is, we need to further clarify with what it isn't and who it's not for. So that's one thing. Another thing is on your discovery calls or whatever these calls are, is there an intake form?
No, and I heard your voice so clearly during my last one. I was like, "Oh yeah, Toya, you have caused this on yourself because you have not asked these people enough questions."
Yeah.
And I just
So
didn't figure out how to do it in. I'm using the calendar app in Go High Level, and I
mhm.
just couldn't figure out how to create the form when they book the thing in Go High Level, and I gave up. So that's just me not being, you know.
um okay. So if they're not specific questions that you could come up with, then on the page where they are scheduling, you can put the verbiage up there again, who this call is for, who it is not for, what it's going to do, what it's not going to do. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you don't want to go through the problems of a form or have, a VA go on there with Go High Level and figure it out, then just put it up there as part of that verbiage.
Yes.
So I think that will work too.
Okay.
Also, who has an audience that you feel like your people are in their audience?
I know we always come back to the shared audience thing, and I don't know, like, um, the most recent people that have found me and that have become what I'm going to call successful clients,
Okay.
meaning that they've bought at high ticket, pricing, have
Mhm.
found me through like conference, like summits that I've done, virtual summits that I've done. Um, but they've been spiritual, like through spiritual virtual summits.
Okay.
Um, so all my task this week actually is to go and find platforms that I can, be a part of. I had outsourced that, and the leads that I was getting back didn't necessarily match up with what I needed. So I said, this might be something that I need to do until I'm a little clearer in, the direction that I need to give people to help me find those opportunities.
Yeah.
But that's how people are finding me now.
Like that. Yeah, and I would also say podcasts would be a great one too. You're just gonna have to find the people with as close of a spirituality thing that you need, and then your verbiage will then further segment them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I would do. Also, we've talked about contributing writing. We talked about
Yes.
some platforms. You could do more of that. And again, now that you are starting talking to who it's for, when you
Hmm.
start adding who it's not for and what it's not, that's going to further help you to segment. Now, when you go on these other platforms that might be wholly spiritual, you can still
Hmm.
pluck people. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
I
Yeah,
would
I think
not.
that's going to be really helpful.
Yeah, because you're not going to find anybody that's exactly like you, but who has an audience that your people are in, right?
Hmm.
Also, when you have, like, I don't know if you're sending any kind of feedback form to your retreat people, but also when you're having these conversations with the people that are your ideal clients, start asking them what are some of their other interests in this field. Start asking them what have they done that didn't work, because this is going to give you an
Hmm.
idea of other places you need to show up to pull them.
Hmm. 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 Yes. Okay.
Pull beans. Was that everything I had? Let me see. Oh yeah. So YouTube, right? You're very detailed
Uh-huh.
on YouTube. Do you have a lead magnet on your YouTube?
I do. I just pulled it though, because it wasn't getting me the people that I
Right, people?
wanted, and so I'm thinking now I'm actually going to go to the book that we did when we worked together.
Yes.
I think I'm going to push that one out as my kind of new lead magnet.
Okay. Cool beans. And also, in your videos, as part of your closing, don't tell them that there's a free gift for them, that the link is, on the channel.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
sometimes it's not enough to just have it there. Sometimes we have to direct people to it.
Yes. Okay.
Did I have anything else for you? I think that's it. All right. Did you have any follow-up questions?
Nope, that's very good. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. You are welcome. So we got time for a third person. So Shawana Kennedy Media, jump on in here, boo. We got Dr. LaFera in studio too, but we'll start with Dr. LaFera on tomorrow because we're doing this again tomorrow. So those of you that come in studio, you might want to be in studio tomorrow. If not, then you can go ahead and join us on the YouTube. We got Keith over there on the YouTube. Good morning, Keith. Keith, if you want to come in studio tomorrow, you can. I have already put in the live chat that you could put your one thing in the live chat. And if I don't catch it before we run out of time, then I will come back and answer it, or you could bring it in studio on tomorrow, Keith. All right, Shawana Kennedy Media, follow your prompts and tell these people who you are as a service provider. What is your business? Who are the clients that you serve? What is the one problem you solve for them? What is the one main offer you have that solves that problem? And what is the one thing in the way of that offer generating six figures?
Okay, I really do truly feel like this is a hot seat. Well, I am Shawana Kennedy. I am a visibility strategist, a media producer, and the founder of Kennedy Media and Entertainment, and a gospel artist. I'm known for my visceral, faith-filled approach in helping high-achieving entrepreneurs and business owners to increase their visibility by elevating their presence to be seen, be heard, and known for their brilliance, and yes, get paid. Because of my blend of personal transformation and on camera coaching, one of my primary focuses is my done for you content, production content, with me having over 2 decades of experience in music ministry, branding, and storytelling. That is a little bit of who I am. Now, the people that I get to serve, of course, I believe that they are brilliant, high achieving entrepreneurs, mostly primarily women who are already confident and skilled, but they struggle to show up constantly online. Um, and so they could be coaches, speakers, creatives. People are just a little bit overwhelmed or may even be a little bit camera shy. And some of them are actually stuck in perfection, but have a lack of strategy and inconsistent media presence. Let me see, what's your other question? The one main problem that I solve is their lack of strategic visibility. Uh, and what is it? The offer, my offer is creating more online video visibility. Um, Did I answer every question?
Yep. The last part is, what is the one thing in the way of that offer of creating that visibility, generating six figures?
I am working on tightening up my back end, because some of it I do believe is system related, to help drive a more consistent revenue in that area around my main offer, which is online visibility through video, whether it's uh, creating podcasts, their courses, or just stacking their videos online to use in their social media content.
Mm-hmm. Now you pause, but what's the what's the struggle in that offer getting to the six figures? Because I didn't hear it
Well,
in there.
I know I need to, what I'm trying to believe, one of the things that I'm working through is the back end, the systems piece, to be more lead generating. I need a lead generator. So not only something that is constantly going out to keep my message, my primary message out there, but then also once it's caught their attention, it can pull them in and start the whole nurturing, the nurturing process.
Mm-hmm. So I would say for you, you probably have already heard the answer to that, because that answer has come through with Dr. Tachi when we talked about lead generation, and specifically the messaging is what we talked about with Dr. Toya, right? So you're going to combine those answers. So as far as everything that you put out needs to be a video, right? We can, all the rest of us, we can kind of get away with graphics, stock photos, and all of that. Everything that you put out needs to be a video. Now, that doesn't mean it has to be you in the video. It can be stock video. It could be animated stuff. It could be, the CapCut edited stuff, like whatever you want, but it needs to be video, right? So one of the things that I want you to start doing is, you put out a lot of video and you put it as an example of video visibility, but do you ask, right? So you're giving value and you're setting the example, but do you do the ask? Because I think that if you ask for the sale more as a part of your content strategy, that you might get more people on a discovery call than you would think, right? So that's going to be one thing, because you put out a bunch of content that that has you highly visible. And so with all of those people watching, right, and they understand that you have Kenny and Media, but are you asking them, hey, are you ready to start talking about it? Get on the phone with me, let's start talking about it. So that's kind of what I was saying to Dr. Tachi, which is, don't just create lead magnets, also drive traffic to them. So if they're listening to the audio, say it. If they're watching a video, let them watch you say it. So that's one thing. The second thing is going to be your lead magnets, kind of like we talked about with Dr. Tachi, needs to speak to the ideal client for this offer, right? So that could be, again, that could be a quiz. It could be a video training. It could be a free little mini course. But you definitely want to create something that brings in that place that all of your ideal clients have been, that just hired you and gave you the money to fix it. Think of who those people are. What were the things that made them say, I can't take this no more? I gotta get somebody in here to take care of this, right? Because those are the people we want to talk to. The people that value it and understand that this is going to be an investment and they're going to get a return. This is not a bill. This is not an expense. This is an investment that you're going to get a return from. And we kind of need to be saying that, because some people look and they say, oh, I know I need to do, but they don't. That's not, and most of the time that's not about, I'm not making enough. They're not valuing it enough. So you got to hit them very pain points that brought your ideal clients to you in the past. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So one thing is ask for the sale by hitting ask for the sale more often as a part of your video content that you already put out in your visibility. The next one is going to be highly converting lead magnets, which is speaking to that ideal client that gives you that money. We need to know exactly what was a pain point. Go back in your mind. What when you had that discovery call and they were talking about this is why I'm ready now, then yeah, that's what you need to be looking at and using as messaging and creating things around to bring them in. And the lead magnets that you create could just be a better understanding of the problem. It don't even solve the problem, but it might just give them a better understanding. Define what it is and why it's important that they solve it, so they have a better understanding. And then if you want the how, it's me doing it for you, right? So that would be part of what you need to do. I will also say whose platforms can you get on as far as podcasts and all that kind of stuff, but not just other creators. I'm talking about people where your people are in the audience, right? So it's a lot of these business conferences that you could easily come up with a signature training and offer to be a speaker with that signature training that starts a funnel that leads people into your email list. Does that make sense, Shawana?
Yes, it does.
There are plenty of business masterminds out here that need trainers, all kind of stuff. You know these people, tap into them. Don't just tap into other people that got shows like you got, or other people that are also visible, and so you're coming in being visible with them. Tap into these people that have platforms that your people are in their audience. Be more intentional about that. So I gave you 3 things. You got them? And do you have any follow-up questions?
No, this was good, and you gave me some more homework. Thanks. Yeah, no, it was good because I wasn't expecting it. So I appreciate you doing this today, and that this was the time that I was meant to tune in. That's why y'all should watch Shay every day, Monday through Thursday, at around 8:25, 8:30, because you never know when you just might get the specific mic, if the visual mic in your face to help you solve your problem. So yeah, thanks again. Yeah, you already know I'm. Thanks. Now I gotta go. Yeah, work on some more stuff. All right.
No problem. All right. Does anybody have any follow-up questions, Dr. Tachi, Dr. Latoya, as you've heard me talking, you've had a little time to sit there and kind of let it sink in. Do you have any follow-up questions before we get out of here?
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay, cool. Dr. Tachi?
No, just a follow-up comment of this was excellent.
Oh, awesome. Okay, cool beans. Well, so far we have managed to do it. I said we're gonna try to fit it in like once a quarter, and it looks like those weeks that I travel will be the week that we kind of get it in there. So we'll see how that continues to go. But yeah, I definitely saw the value in doing this. I'm glad that you guys feel the value of it. Tomorrow, we're going to start with Dr. LaFera, and we'll see who else comes in studio tomorrow. If nobody else comes in studio that hasn't already done it today, I'll have some frequently asked questions ready for you guys of some of the top struggles that keep people's offers from generating the first 6 figures, and we can kind of talk about that as a group. So I will be ready, okay? But we'll start with Dr. LaFera. All right, let's talk about what's going on this week in the Free Business Mastermind group. On today, actually tonight, we are having our get shit done work session, except it's for the paid members only. They were actually supposed to have it on Monday night, but I was flying, and so we're going to have it tonight as a makeup session. If you want to join the paid membership and get all of the sessions plus more, there's going to be more information in the description below. But that is happening on tonight. Tomorrow is Thursday. We're going to have our monthly collab live. There's going to be in the the free group. I'm going to live stream into the group, and I'm going to facilitate collaborations, right? So you're going to bring what you need as a collaboration, and also what you're willing to give in exchange for that collaboration as a win-win. So just so you can be thinking, you can have a collaboration that helps you to make more money. You can do a collaboration that helps you get more visibility or more reach, or you can have a collaboration that helps your business to grow, like some back-end stuff. Okay, so what do you need? And what are you willing to give in exchange to make it a win-win? What you give in exchange can also be in one of those three areas to be of value. So that's going to be tomorrow at noon Eastern time. All right. Now, this weekend on Saturday was our day that I told you to save the day for. We're having our revenue reset summer boot camp. And this one is on Jumpstart Your Path to Cash Intensive. You've already missed all the bonuses. Sorry for you if you haven't. Okay. But on Saturday, which is the 19th, we're going to do 4-hour intensive. And guess what? This is for you if your money has stopped coming in the way that it needs to. If you've gone from a free flow into a drip, you need to be here. We're going to jumpstart it. If you're not even making money in your business, but you're clarified, okay, because we're assuming that you're clear on what your business is, who it's for, what your offer is, and all of that. We're going to take your clarity and jumpstart your revenue, okay? So if your money is coming too slow, or if your money is not coming at all and you feel like you got an expensive hobby, this is the event for you, because that is what we're going to do, jumpstart that revenue. Go to shaycannon.com/summer. Go ahead and sign up. I think it's this week, Friday is when all coupon codes expire. So if you qualify for a coupon code to save money on the event, you definitely need to go ahead and get in on it before it expires. All right. Cool beans. All right. Let me see. What else do I have? I think I don't have any more announcements. Cool. This has been the Her First Six Figures morning show, which is more of an interactive coaching and training experience as part of our free business mastermind group that positions Black and Brown female online service-based entrepreneurs to generate your first six figures by learning how to make the money and create time freedom. Find out more about me, your host, Shay Cannon, plus all the links to resources like how to join our valuable but free business mastermind group and how to get show notes, okay? Get those in the description below. If you haven't already, make sure that you give us a thumbs up and like this episode. I'm sure you learned something for your business with messaging and lead generation. So like the episode, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss a thing. And this is going to be just one of two videos, so make sure you check out the video that we're going to do on tomorrow. All right, check it out. With that, the studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Come ready to be coached